I'm Lindsay Heck.
I'm Eric Garrison.
And I'm Brittany Emmons.
And this is Ways to Flourish.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
It definitely is.
That's a great title.
Yeah, you like that?
I do, because it encompasses all of the different dimensions of wellness and doesn't just focus on any particular one of them.
Which, it's so important that we're addressing them all across the board and realizing this quilt that makes up the fabric of our whole is really composed of so many different patches.
And so many different people. Do you just envision like it's going to be the three of us doing these things, or?
No, not at all. We have this beautiful community full of brilliant minds who are diving deep into so many different topics. You know, their lives have a wide variety of problems and these solutions that they're working. So I'm really excited to engage with the students of our community, the faculty, the staff, and really address a broad range of questions that people might have.
See, I think that's the cool thing, is it's not just about students. It is addressing the faculty, the staff, the alums, you know, the parents, the families, all those people who are part of this community.
Yeah, absolutely. We're all going through everything together right now. So we can all stick with each other and kind of navigate through all these uncharted waters, then we're all going to come out stronger. So that's what we're here for, is to try to help bring our community together and hear different points of views on topics of the day.
Are these going to be like 30-minute things or 45-minute things, 2-minute things? What are we thinking about?
No, what we're wanting to achieve here are these snippets of information that really hit home quickly, and you can dive into them on your way to class, you know, walking from the dorm to wherever you might be that day, and just take the information that can have a really strong, long-lasting impact on your day or life on about.
Now, if you miss it, though, do you miss it for good, or is there some way for someone to come back and find this later?
We'll have all of our podcasts recorded. These will be archived, and anyone can hop on at any time, review our past podcast, and be on the lookout for what's to come next.
Yeah, I think that's great, because we all know everyone's busy, but when you're stuck in a dorm, sometimes you just want to be able to hear a little snippet of maybe some positivity, and that's what we're hoping to bring, is just shed some light on some mental health issues and just have it be a conversation. And it's where we want to continue to hear from you guys too, of topics that you want to be able to touch on, because we don't want you guys to feel we're just harping on one thing. We want to know what's the hot topics of the day.
How do people get in touch with us, and if they've got a topic they want to have us discuss or have experts discuss?
Well, Eric, I'm so glad that you asked. If you have any questions or topic ideas that you want to submit to us, you can reach out at w&m.edu. We watch that account pretty frequently, so we'd love to dive into those questions that you've got. And we've got a really exciting lineup of folks from our health and wellness team right from the start. We've got Kelly Crace and one of our wellness ambassadors, Maz Rossert, who will be talking through mind over matter, mood over mind. Meaning over mood.
Meaning over mood, yes.
So yeah, really looking forward to Kelly and Maz starting back on the whole theory, and I feel like this is a really strong cornerstone of where we all launch up from. Then visiting with the counseling center, who will be diving into some of the most crucial mental health aspects or topics that are really on the minds of all of our community.
Absolutely.
Addressing some coping strategies. Who else do we have coming our way?
Oh, I can see anybody doing this, whether it's Stephanie May or the experts from the health center, counseling center.
The rec center.
The rec center, yes, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Eric's going to have his own episode at one point too, so we can't leave him out. He's going to have a great topic at
Definitely
some
to
point.
put you all to sleep, I'll do a sleep workshop.
Oh, there we go. We all could use some good
The
night's
one
rest.
tip to get you to sleep.
I'm really excited to hear Dr. Dafashi talk a little bit more about his experience with COVID too.
You know, think that we have this virus and the quarantine thing and all those other pieces. That's going to be a great first-person perspective.
And the great thing about it is that he's so open and willing to share his experience in a very lively manner. Yeah, and get the scoop on Richmond Hall and what happens there.
Yeah, I'd like to know that myself.
Yeah.
I'd like to know that myself.
Yeah. And hoping that what happens there really truly does stay there. And I think Linda Knight and some people from her team are going to talk about all the ways that we can stay socially connected, socially distanced. They've got some great things happening over in Campus Rec right now.
I think it's going to be a great lineup, but as we mentioned, faculty, staff, community, just being able to address how is everyone doing with having to work via Zoom, or how is everyone doing with no breaks that we're having to work straight through Thanksgiving. I mean, those are big things that take a toll on people. So all these wonderful people that we just listed are going to be able to help just bring their experience and their thoughts, and maybe can help, you out there.
And I'm going to tell you what, they're not okay for the most part. They're not okay. And I think that's why we're here.
Exactly.
I think, when you mentioned David Davish, whether you're infected with this or we're all affected by this. So I think it's important that we all have skills that are transferable, that are not just going to get us through this current time, but get us, well into the next 4, 5, 10, 12 years of really good skills and, knowledge to do this.
Absolutely. And I think the events of this time that we're in right now, it really magnifies that sense. And I think a lot of people are, really embracing being open about not being okay. And that's a great starting point as we move into, hopefully in the near future, a different space where we can just embrace that sense and know that it's okay to not be okay. But it's also okay to be at that neutral space and to just continue to add on to that tool space that really does put you into that place where you're flourishing, you're reaching your potential and able to access those tools in your back pocket. All right, so thanks so much for joining us. We are Lindsay,
Brittany,
and Eric.
And we'll see you next time.